Thank you very much, gentlemen. Hector, Benjamin, Jose, Victor, Harry, Carlos, and Rapia. I got it all. And I hope someday there can be that big peace conference we talked about. If you can, of all the leaders of Latin Kings, the Gaylords, the Playboys, the Cobras, the Vices. How many other? Name a couple of more groups.
Simon City, Shy West, Domino's Four Aces, Hosting Park.
You know how many groups are there in the city? Any idea?
About, I don't know, about 300, I think.
Really? Imagine if 300 of the leaders got together, sat around at a big conference. What do you think would happen? What would happen? This is the last question. What do you think? What do you think?
Well, I think, there'll be a little jam before the meeting comes on, and after the meeting. And then, after you talk about the conference, it just go back the same way as it was.
Same way?
Yeah.
What do you think it's so, Victor?
I think if they have a conference, it'd just be wasting their time. Because goes into here and they'll come out to the other side, Just, they won't get nothing accomplished by that.
You ever get the United Nations? You don't think it'd work out that way? Because that's not doing too great either, come and think about it. Jose, what's a memory you had? Any kind.
Any kind of memory?
Anything come to your mind? Anything, good or bad, or childhood, anything.
Well, all I can say is that I'm proud of being a Puerto Rican, and I have never had any trouble with any kinds of people, and I would like that to stay that way for the rest of my life.
Victor, any thoughts? Instant.
I still remember the same day when Hector got shot, I don't know, it was excitement all day and all night, Just, we were gonna jam with some Mexicans, They're from 18th Street, and we just we had this hatred between each other, And I don't know, it's always been like that, so.
Don't you get along with Mexican kids?
Yeah, some of them, but there's this one club called the Embros, and they're from 18th Street, and it's like hatreds between each other, like rivals, We meet any place and we'll have it out right there,
You were saying what you remember best is the day that Hector accidentally shot himself. That's the day you remember the best because the excitement of it. Is that it?
Yes. I don't know, I saw West Side Story. I saw West Side Story, and that's how it looked, Just, we were at the park and we messed one of the guys up, so we thought they were going to come back that night. So everybody got prepared, We had about how many guys? About 200?
So you saw the movie West Side Story, and then this made you seem like you were in this movie, like you were the sharks or the other guys in the movie, right? In West Side Story. Because you were telling about your day. Every day is the same as the next. The day you get up, you go to a restaurant, you ride around, you goof around, you go home, you go to sleep, right? But then there's one day that was exciting.
Yes.
That's what you remember the best.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Harry? You got a memory? Maybe from Puerto Rico or from here? Something good or bad? A memory. Maybe Christmas or something. You have a memory? What stands out in your mind most? One day at a time.
Well, I went to Latin King hangout too, all the time was this guy with the guys, they are good guys. Someday, they feel good, and someday he came to school and, they never make it trouble. I never saw it. They never make it nothing good, nothing bad. It's the same to everybody, It's the same to everybody.
You like being around the restaurant?
Yeah, I live in the neighborhood too, and the guys, nice guys. The people living around me, they good people too. I don't say nothing bad about the guys.
I was thinking about it, but I'm talking about, do you have in your mind something, any one day in your life you found what was the most exciting day of your life? You remember?
In Christmas, Christmas. I was with the guy all the time, like me. Someday I go to the park, Wicked Park, I was in Wicked Park. I see one guy come from me, I don't know why they hit me, I don't know why. And I tell the guy, why you hit me? And he said, you look at my wife, he's a big guy, okay, you wait for me here. When I go to the restaurant for see the people, my friends, they came in my back, and tell me, oh, this is my hangout too, and they hit me too in the hangout.
That's the day you remember. This big guy came along, was not a Puerto Rican. He hit you because he said you were looking at his wife.
Yeah, that's right.
And then you went to this other place.
Yeah.
He was a Mexican guy.
Yeah.
And then you went to the other place,
Yeah.
and they hit you there again.
Yeah, because they are Latin King too, But I don't know the guy. I never saw before.
This is the day you remember best.
Yeah. And the last day in Division Avenue, I went to the restaurant, to eat something, and I don't know what's happening over there. And I see the cop come from me, the police, and they hit me.
They hit you too.
Yeah,
the cops hit you.
Yeah, and run away. I don't know why they hit me. Maybe he think and one guy ran, full around over there, but I don't know why. This is the other day.
Big day in your life. Rapia, you've been silent all this time. Nothing.
Y le quiero decir a él, tú sabes, lo que pasó ese día. Algo que tú te recuerdas, tú sabes. Pero algo que te pasó a ti y que tú te recuerdas, tú sabes, que lo tienes en la mente todavía. Hace tiempo, tú sabes, algo que te pasó, algo malo, algo bueno.
Well, where the school is on Ohio Street, this gang, Italian gang. I don't know if that, I don't know. Another time they used to see me because I'm a Puerto Rican. They used to come and say, are you Puerto Rican? Well, I used to say, yes, I'm a Puerto Rican. What's wrong with them, man? And they come and hit you for nothing because I'm a Puerto Rican. And I don't know why, those guys do that, man, because, I don't know, I'm a Puerto Rican and then they just come and hit you for nothing. They say, they come with a little guy and then that little guy, say, that guy hit me. He's a Puerto Rican, and then the guy come, hey, did you hit my little brother? And I told him, no, I don't even know that's your brother, and I don't even know you. Oh yeah, and the June, a white guy, jumped and hit me, man, for nothing.
Would you like to go back to Puerto Rico? Carlos said he would.
Well, yes, I would like to go to Puerto Rico too.
Anything else before we sort of adjourn for now? Any thoughts, last things you have to say? Hector?
The fact is that I've been with the Latin Kings for 2.5 years, and I think I'll be with them 2.5 years more.
Why only, that's, you think of 2.5, what happens after that?
Well, after that, I think I'll settle down.
Then you'll settle down with a job somewhere. How do you feel? Carlos and Benjamin were talking. They'd like to go back sometime too.
I came out here when I was around 3 years old, and I don't know too much about Puerto Rico, so I don't.
So your life is here.
Yeah, my life is here.
2.5 more years, the Latin Kings. You think the Latin Kings will be here? Is Latin Kings institution now, you think, Victor?
Pardon me?
Latin Kings, would you say, as an institution now, it's here to stay?
Corporation.
So, Victor, what are your thoughts before we say goodbye now?
Well, I don't know. I'll be with the Latin Kings 3 years, and I'll still be there. I don't know. Down in my heart, I think that I belong in Puerto Rico, but since I was born here and I grew up here, I don't know too much. I like to take a trip over there, and see how I like it, But there's no place like my hometown.
Do you have friends? Do you have friends who are, say, Polish or Italian?
Just Puerto Ricans.
Just Puerto Rican. Any of you have friends who are not Puerto Rican?
Yes, I have. The group that me and Victor belong to, we have a Polish guy named Butch, and he seemed to get along fine with us. And he's been with us about for 2.5 years, and we're real nice friends. And we get along very good.
Question then of knowing someone, isn't that? Getting to know the guy personally. Is that? Were you going to say something?
Down Connecticut, where I was before, most of my friends were Americans and Polish and Italians. I used to get along with them, and I think that was a good idea for them to get along with me, because that way we wouldn't have a lot of trouble or having fight or joining up gangs. So for me, that was a good idea to get along with them. I used to go to school, and we used to respect each other, and I used to get along with them. And we never had any trouble at all with them in the end. I think that's all I got to say about them guys.
The disturbance in the northwest side started by this policeman that tried to break up a gang fight over here in Damon and Division. And then while trying to break up the fight, as it was said in the newspaper, one of the young guys pulled out a gun on him. So he just shot him in the legs, and then after that everything was nice again. And then they came and they let the dogs out, which bit a little kid, and that's when it broke out right there. And then everybody started fighting the cops, and it kept on like that for 2 days. 3 days.
Thinking about cops, this is the thing now. If I say to you the word police, cop, what's your first reaction? When I say to you, cop, what's the first thing comes to your mind? Anybody?
Good guys.
Good guys. What's your reaction?
Leave. I leave.
You leave. What's yours, Jose?
I get lost.
Huh?
I'll get lost.
You get away.
Well, if I was to see a policeman, I think I'll go the other way. We was getting ready to fight some of the pullouts. I had accidentally dropped a shotgun and shot my leg almost a year ago. And it's always fighting around this territory around here. So I feel, that when I walk down the street, I walk around this neighborhood just like a little part of Puerto Rico, like an island right around here. And most of it from Division, most of the California around Kissy now, it's mostly Puerto Rican. So when you walk around this neighborhood, it's just like being in Puerto Rico, I guess, because everybody knows most of each other.
It's an interesting point that Rapia just made. Like you live on a little island. Is this the way you feel? That is, you have a certain. Next year you're gonna say.
Feels like at home to us, Our whole lives are here, A lot of people that grew up here. I don't know, we do anything for this neighborhood, It's just ours, that's all.
What are the boundaries of your world here in Chicago? What are your boundaries?
Well, we got most of this from Ashland to around Kissy, and then from north to Augusta. And around here, just like I said, it's just like a little island. And everybody knows each other. You see people yelling out the window, hey, this and that. And everybody knowing each other around here. You walk down the street, hey, you walk behind you know that there's protection all over. In case you be walking around, you get jumped by some guys. You could always go, and you could expect help from the other people. Because around here, let's say Hottie gets jumped. Well, if Hottie gets jumped, he comes around here, and we go back to the neighborhood where he got jumped, and we take down over there and make it back to our neighborhood. And so far on, that's the way it's been carried on since I live around this neighborhood. And me myself have never got jumped yet.
This is interesting. You feel at home and you feel safe within the boundaries of this world. But what's your feeling once you leave it? Do you ever go out of it much?
Sometimes when you leave this neighborhood, you're gonna expect trouble, because once you go past Augusta, there's a gang over there. Go past California, there's a gang over there. Go down Ashland, there's a gang over there. So when you get out of this neighborhood, you're bound to expect trouble. If you're a teenager, because the teenage group, they just come after you right there and then. They don't ask you no questions.
Why would this be? Why? Why?